So if we could shift gears a little bit, I want to talk about Blue Origin.
Yeah.
So Blue Origin is your private spaceflight, commercial spaceflight company. And we'll talk in a minute about all the work that you're doing in that regard. But I guess what I want to focus on for a minute or two is the inspiration for that, the passion behind it. So, I'm going to put up a photo now, and this one's really more embarrassing for me than for you. But so here we are.
You look like you're about to block a soccer kick or something.
I'm auditioning for Alvin
and that's
the
on the
Chipmunk.
far right there is our dad.
That's Chico and the man over there on the right.
He's Cuban, and it's a kind of, it's one of those tricks that the universe plays on you that my mom's name is Jackie and my name is Jeff, and there's no J in Spanish. And so he still has to call her Yaki and me Yef. And but he sounds exactly like Ricky Ricardo, and is a delightful guy. But yeah, that's the whole crew there.
That's the whole crew there. So you were the valedictorian of your high school in Miami, and had the opportunity to give a speech at your graduation. And I think the vast majority of your speech was about colonizing space.
I think all of it.
I think all of it as well.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I still remember your closing line. I mean, even then, it stood out to me.
Yeah.
And it was, do you remember it?
I do. I remember the close. It was something like space, the final frontier, meet me there.
That was it.
That was, yeah.
So,
and I've been passionate about space, rockets, and rocket engines since I was a 5-year-old boy.
And so, I want to talk about that a little bit because, we've talked about, or, certainly the story you've told about having seen the moon landing in 1969, right? So this is Pop again.
That's Christina, right?
That's our sister on the floor. So this was a very familiar setting for us. Anytime Pop was watching TV, he was laying on he had perfectly good furniture, I could see it, but
he liked to lay on the floor.
Laid on the floor to watch television.
Yeah.
And you remember a scene exactly like this when you were watching the lunar landing.
Yeah. No, that was his posture. Yeah, and I do think you never know exactly, you don't choose your passions choose you, how they are formed. You're never completely sure, but I do think you get imprinted somehow early on with certain things. You just get excited about them, and because you're excited, you pay more attention, and they grow. And space is like that for me. I watched Neil Armstrong step onto the moon when I was 5.
And I do wonder. I know that Pop was a big fan of the Watergate trials. Also watched those in the
I
same
watched
setting.
Him just like this. He was kind of a news junkie anyway, but he obsessively watched the Watergate hearings.
Do you think at some level that might have influenced you?
At least by the Post.
Yeah, I'm just curious about.
It's hard to know. I bought the Post because I think it's an important institution, and I told the team at the time, the Post at the time was kind of financially upside down, had a lot of work to do, no fault of their own. The internet had really taken the wind out of newspaper companies. And I said, look, I would not buy a financially upside down salty snack food company. But the Post is a real institution I think matters and needs some runway. So that's why I did it. I happen to know the guy who had owned it for so many years, Don Graham, who's just an amazing person. And so that all worked out. But did watching the Watergate hearings with Pop on the carpet have influence on that? Probably.
Right, at some level.